This is Time Out, a weekly moment of off-the-cuff commentary on everything from sports and politics to observations about everyday life from NFL All-Pro Carl Lee. Time out! Time out!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Carl Lee, and I'm your host of Let's Talk. Today, we have a different show. It's Let's Talk, but it's our Time Out, TO show. And in this show, you have me by myself taking on a particular topic and allowing you an opportunity to reach out to me at letstalkcarllee@gmail.com, letstalkcarllee@gmail.com, or text me at 409-422-7539, 409-422-7539. Time out is just an opportunity to be able to just sit and talk. There's no one else on the show. It's just me and you. And your opinions matter, but I'm going to give you mine. I'm going to start. We've had conversation on Let's Talk. We've had conversations about transfers. We've had talk about a host of different avenues in and around it. It's an interesting component to me, and one of the things that I want to do as a former professional athlete is to have you listen to my view and maybe get back to me. All right, so I'm going to start from the top down. National Football League. It is considered the best players in the world at a sport. You play every Sunday. You find yourself attached to, keyword attached to, a team. I know today that there are a host of different professional athletes who jump around from team to team, but there are contracts that bind you to a team for a certain amount of time. When that time's up, you want to leave, you have an opportunity to do that. College. We have a transfer portal. You get to decide what you want to do once you've gotten to a school, and maybe you don't like it. Maybe you're not playing. Maybe you're playing and the team is not what you wanted it to be, and you decide an opportunity to transfer, put yourself in the portal, and hope that someone finds you. Now, let's be very clear that you're not always found. There are thousands of kids, young men, young women in a portal sitting, hoping to go somewhere. Then we drop down to high school. And I know that they are trying to fix the transfer situation, but what we know at this point is kids can just go wherever they want for whatever the reason that they want. I've been doing youth football for a very, very, very long time now, and we've fought in meetings over 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids who want to play on another team, want to go somewhere else. What we've done is we've lost what really matters, because for every reason that we transfer, that we come up with the transfer, whatever that reason is, that is not what sports is supposed to be about. I have loved football. It was something that was so passionate to me, something that I truly desired, enjoyed playing it. I played basketball. I ran track. And I did all that coming through the city of South Charleston. I work in the city of South Charleston. I am tied to the city of South Charleston. I would not do this for anyone else if it was not the city of South Charleston, because it's where I came up. I don't think now we have that type of understanding and or willing to have a loyalty to the program. But I've been chastised about using the word loyalty because, you know, the school, the team, the coach should have loyalty to you and all that kind of stuff. So I'll just kind of leave that floating out there. But what are you looking for? When you sign your kid up at 5 years old, what are you looking for your kid to be? What are you looking for him to get? Do you want him to be the best player? Or do you want him to be out there because you want him active? You want him to be a little bit tougher? Because I think these reasons matter in when you start. When you're going to middle school, I think the most critical piece in middle school is the development of where and what the athlete could be. What she possibly can be. And so when you're good in middle school, it does not translate guaranteed to high school. And the blame isn't on the high school because your kid doesn't advance, doesn't transition well. Once you play in high school and when you're good, pretty good, real good, doesn't qualify you all the time for a major D1 scholarship. It doesn't qualify you at a D2, even a D3. You may just be a really good high school football player. Maybe you are a really good middle school football player. Another team isn't going to necessarily make you better. A coach is not necessarily going to make you better. My experience at South Charleston High School was a very difficult one. Simply because what I know sports is supposed to be and what I was asked to do and what I was unable to do was to create discipline and culture. Discipline and culture. Discipline is being on time. It is doing the things that you are told to do. To a parent that's listening, when a coach is talking to your son or to your daughter, how I know it to be is they are like a parent. They are trying to get that child to do something that you probably need them to do at home. Be on time, pay attention to details, all of those kinds of things. But sometimes we get upset if the coach yells at our kid. I'm sorry, but Sunday's not available to you if you can't be yelled at, if you can't handle your child to be yelled at. A D1 scholarship is not available to you if your child cannot be on time. The difference in the higher levels of sports, it focuses on the very things that sports is supposed to develop you for life. See, because there are very few. I think it's like a 3%, unless even if we push it to 5% of all athletes play D1 or play in the professional ranks. It's a very small number when you start talking about all the players that play any sport, all sports. So you have to understand that if I can teach your child to be a good student, to be on time, to do what he is supposed to do, work hard, I am setting him up for life. That is all sports is about. You may hope that your kid gets a scholarship to play in college, but there are very few things that can teach the lessons that sports will teach you. But parents, you have to be willing to allow your kids to be coached. They can't run from a losing record. They can't run from not starting. They have to work. They have to work hard. They have to work harder than the guy or girl that's ahead of them. I don't know if I've ever heard out loud a parent yell, Johnny, Debbie, you've got to work harder if you want to play. What I hear is, coach, let my son in. Let my daughter play. It takes work and it's hard. But it is the life lesson that we are forgetting that matters most in sports. It is teaching the 95%, the 97% of those who don't continue to play ball. It's teaching them to be able to be successful in life by the challenges and the discipline that comes with sports. Let's not forget, sports is just a life lesson, and it's just a game until you get to Sunday. If you're looking to get to Sunday, you still have to learn the lesson. Because even if you get to Sunday, all it takes is an injury, and then you're just a normal person. I played 12 years, and I'm a normal guy. I got to do things that on time. I got to do things in the right manner. I got to be disciplined. I got to do all of those kinds of things. I can do that because of sports. Don't know where else I could have gotten it if I didn't get it through sports. So I'll close here by saying simply this. If you're going to be in sports, don't be in it for the game. Be in it for the life lessons. We'll talk again soon.
The opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of WVRC Media, its management, employees, or sponsors. Contact Carl Lee on email, letstalkcarllee@gmail.com, or text 409-422-7539.